It's, you know how I feel about you. You don't even take my feelings into consideration. Like, it's, I had to find out through the internet. All right.
Now, please don't make me get angry.
You already are. You don't give a I'm angry too. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I literally told you to just keep it real and tell me, like.
Well, if you feel like I lied to you, then fuck it. I don't even know why we talking. I'm tired of talking about the same. I'm not playing in your face because I was not thinking about nobody. I was just doing something to make myself laugh. That's all I was doing.
To make yourself laugh?
Yeah.
Knowing that even if you say you wasn't thinking about me, but I literally was just talking to you about how I felt about you.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about myself because I'm dealing with a lot right now, so I really don't even care.
Allahu Akbar. When I originally joined Instagram July of 2012, I joined for two reasons: validation and male attention. And now that I no longer need either of those things, I am developing a new relationship with just social media itself.
Val Kilmer didn't just step away from Hollywood. He was pushed out. Right at the height of his fame, he vanished from major films with no warning. Now, Mel Gibson is speaking out, shedding light on the real reason Kilmer was iced out. He refused to play Hollywood's unspoken game, and it may have cost him everything. Back in the 80s and early 90s, Kilmer wasn't just another actor. He was the actor. Juilliard-trained, the youngest to ever be accepted, and with talent that made casting directors chase him. He brought swagger, but he backed it up. Top Secret, Top Gun, The Doors, Tombstone. When he played Jim Morrison, fans thought they were watching the real guy. By the time he suited up for Batman Forever, he was A-list, then suddenly gone. For Batman and Robin, George Clooney stepped in. No official statement, no public drama, just silence. Director Joel Schumacher didn't stay quiet, though. In one brutal interview, he tore into Kilmer, calling him psychotic and impossible to work with. He said Kilmer was rude, uncooperative, and that the set was peaceful when Val wasn't speaking. But let's keep it real. How many actors have been labeled difficult and still kept booking jobs? Tons. So what made Val different? Well, maybe he wasn't playing the game Hollywood expected him to. Soon after, whispers of blacklisting started surfacing, and Kilmer himself confirmed it in a raw interview. He hadn't landed a studio job in over a decade. He admitted he didn't understand the business early on. He thought it was about the art, not knowing he was stepping on toes behind the scenes. Kilmer didn't just ruffle feathers. He refused to be controlled. He said what he believed, and in an industry that runs on silence and loyalty, that made him a liability. And he wasn't alone. Around the same time, other big names started fading too. Mel Gibson, Wesley Snipes, Brendan Fraser, each of them sidelined under strange circumstances. Snipes hit with tax charges, Fraser disappeared after speaking out, and Gibson? He says the town turned on him the moment he stopped playing nice. Mel once described Hollywood like a ghost town in an old western. You walk in, everything goes quiet, and the locals act like you don't belong. At first, he thought he was being paranoid. Later, he realized he wasn't imagining it. They were trying to make him disappear, just like they did to Kilmer. Let's connect some dots. In 1999, Eyes Wide Shut came out, Kubrick's deep dive into elite secrecy, masks, and power games. Days later, Kubrick dies. Then 25 minutes of footage mysteriously vanish from the final cut. That same year, Kilmer is suddenly gone from A-list films. And who did Kilmer play just before? Batman, a character masked, emotionally cut off, traumatized. It almost felt symbolic. Kilmer always filmed everything: personal moments, sets, his life behind the scenes. In his 2021 documentary Val, he put it all out there, like he knew he had to leave a trail behind. He seemed less like a forgotten star, more like a man documenting his own erasure. Then there's the island, the whispers, the lists, the sealed records. Around the same time Kilmer faded, the Epstein rumors were bubbling beneath the surface. Did he reject an invite? Did he say the wrong thing? We don't know, but the timing? It's sus. Take Sound of Freedom, a film about child trafficking, based on a real ex-Homeland Security agent. Filmed in 2018, yet no one wanted to touch it. Fox was set to distribute it. Then Disney bought Fox and buried it. Why would the biggest family brand sit on a movie about saving children? That's when Mel stepped in again. He supported the film, hard. It eventually got an independent release, and crushed at the box office. Over $100 million. But mainstream media? Silent. Or worse, dismissive. They called it conspiracy bait, with zero real analysis. Mel's been loud about the rotten Hollywood for years, way before it was trending. He exposed stories of exploitation, manipulation, and unchecked power. And the more he spoke out, the more the industry tried to shut him out. Now he's saying Kilmer paid the price for not falling in line, that Val saw too much, spoke too soon, and refused to play along. And for that, he was dropped. Remember Kilmer's return in Top Gun, Maverick? People called it a comeback, but it wasn't. His voice in the film? AI generated from past recordings. He wanted so badly to be part of it, they made it happen. But off camera, he was suffering. After that, he went quiet, completely. No interviews, no appearances. Friends noticed. He stopped answering calls. Some hadn't seen or spoken to him in months. Then came the news. Kilmer had passed away. The cause? Pneumonia. But pneumonia has been Hollywood's go-to when someone's death needs to stay vague. Kim Porter, Heavy D, Andre Harrell. Same story, different headline. Kilmer had untreated infections, severe weight loss, and signs of long-term neglect. The coroner's report suggested he was slowly deteriorating in silence. Maybe physically, maybe emotionally, maybe both. He spent his final years painting, journaling, isolating, still creating, still expressing, but always behind closed doors. And days before he died, he posted a cryptic Batman tribute. It read more like a farewell than nostalgia. Val Kilmer wasn't just an actor. He was a mirror held up to an industry that doesn't like reflections. He refused to stay quiet. He chose integrity over comfort, and for that, he was erased. But maybe his silence in the end wasn't surrender. Maybe it was self-preservation. Maybe the real story isn't how Val Kilmer died, but why he disappeared. And if that gave you chills, wait until you see what's next.